So I remember the first day that I got the phone call.
Silence sits politely at the end of my bed, becoming good friends as we sacrifice others. I find too much solitude. 30 days ago, I turned the lights in my room off. I can see my thoughts better in the dark. But 30 days more, and the good company my thoughts usually lend me have edged a little too close and long with stillness. I think I need to do something. I think I need to do something now. There's nothing I can possibly do that would lift me, not with this wet coat dripping and water weighing heavy over my back. Distract me now, it's too much weight. I can pick up my phone and wonder who I've so excellently distanced myself from that I can now call. I scroll through the letters of the alphabet and arrive at Z much sooner than I intended. I start with A again, and stop at the promising T until intention breaks it short, lasting promise with me once more. Even if there was a B or an L or a D or a C, I could tell them the world and about the codes and the letters. But I already know nothing they would say would make us any better. Their sympathetic misapprehension would feel like a betrayal of friendship, and I'd feel more alone than my pacing feet in this small room, which seems almost impossible. But my pacing feet know that it's not. And worse, I'd have to tell them not to worry, and the second after I told them everything to worry, just to ease their concern. When they made me worse, I made me worse, by scrolling to their name. A devil's secret has been whispered into my involuntary ear, a destructive secret that changes the way I can ever truthfully look at or engage with another human ever again. I know too much. There's no place for me here now on earth now. To stay would be torture, the torture of watching purposeful people aim for what I know is aimless life. To them, they are still very much real. Let them aim. Let them live vast lives forever without the vile secret. Plug their ears and let them be. And finally, and most of all, do not let them mourn my freedom.
At like 7 a.m. and my dad never calls me that early. Like, he knows like LA time, that's like super early and I'm not up. And automatically I knew something was wrong. And so he just answered the phone. Like, I answered the phone and he was just like, your brother's dead. And from then on, I don't remember anything for like the last 2 months. And then I was home for 2 months and I was just really trying to just take care of my parents and make sure that they were okay and not dealing with my emotions at all. And so when I came back to LA, I was just so, like, I'd cry every night. I just closed myself off to everybody. And I just like stopped hanging out with anybody. I just wanted to be alone all the time. And there was just like so many things that like were going in through my head. Like, a year before this happened, my brother was here visiting me in California. And I was just like shocked that he could never come back here and visit me after we were just on the phone talking about how he wanted to move here and like start a new life here. And then like thinking about all the other things that we used to always do together is just like so crushing to me that like I'm never going to be able to experience that again. But just going through something so hard at such a young age, even for him and for me, is something that's like never going to leave my life, and I'm always going to remember this. And I would never want anyone to ever feel the pain of someone taking their own life and knowing that they took their own life. It took me now almost 2 years, I'm almost at 2 years now, for me to even like open up about it and like talk about it. And the only people that know are the people that are the closest to me, but I've never actually like ever told people about it because it's such a sensitive topic to even bring up. Like, whenever somebody asks me like, oh, do you have a brother? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, like, how old is he? And I'm like, well, now he's 28, but he was 26. And then they're like, oh, what does he do? And I'm like, well, he passed away, like he's not here anymore. And then people just always want to know like why, like what happened, like, and just talking about someone taking their own life is completely different. Like it's a different feeling than just saying like, oh, he just, like something else happened. It's like they took their own life for a reason, and that's like something you always have to live with, something I always think about. I can be doing like daily normal activities and I'm like always like, why? Like why did he do that? Like what was the point? Like why would he do that? And I think I'm like 5 months into therapy right now, finally. And we're bringing up him more and more, and it's like just bringing back all of the memories that I felt and all of the things that I felt in that moment. And I just want to express to people that like mentally are not okay and that are so depressed like how he was. And a lot of people didn't know he was depressed. It was just me, my mom, and my dad that knew the most. And maybe like one of his friends. But just like knowing someone can get to that level of depression and you can't help them just makes you feel so bad all the time. Like him calling me all the time and crying on the phone and telling me he doesn't know where his life is going and he doesn't know if he's going to get married, he doesn't know what job he's going to have. And it's like the only thing I can do is reassure him that he's going to have that. But now it's like I think about like what I wanted to give to him and like what I wanted to offer to him in his life so he could be happy. He had so many emotions, and the only thing I ever wanted was for him to have peace and have happiness and not suffer anymore. And he's not suffering anymore, even though everybody else is suffering, that he's not there. But he's not suffering. And that's still so hard to like think about, because in a couple years when I want to get married or I want to have kids, like they're not going to have an uncle. They're never going to have an uncle. They're going to have whatever cousins I have, but they're not going to have my brother. So yeah, it's just, I just feel like it's a long road, and suicide is not an easy thing, even for the people left behind. Because the people that did leave, they're gone and they'll never come back.